Imagine this. You're finally drifting off after a long day. The world outside fades away, and your mind begins to wander through the landscapes of your dreams. You're deep asleep, lost in dreams, completely unaware of the world around you. Your body is still, your breathing is slow and steady, and your mind is painting vivid pictures. When something stirs in the darkness, a subtle shift in the air, a faint rustling sound that barely registers in your subconscious. An eight-legged explorer, a spider, small and seemingly insignificant, begins its nightly journey, is crossing your pillowcase. Its delicate legs move with precision across the soft fabric. Each step, a silent exploration of this vast landscape. It senses warmth, a gentle breath, a subtle indication of life nearby, and finds a cave, your ear canal, a dark, inviting opening that promises shelter and perhaps even a bit of moisture. The idea alone is enough to make your skin crawl. A primal reaction, a visceral sense of unease that stems from the vulnerability of such an intrusion. It's a violation of personal space, a boundary crossed without permission, a trespass into your head, a place that should be sacrosanct, a private sanctuary now potentially compromised. This isn't a horror movie, although it certainly has all the elements of one. Just a scenario that taps into a deep human fear. The fear of the unknown, the fear of losing control, and the fear of the creepy crawlies that lurk in the shadows. Our ears are always open, even when we're unconscious. They're constantly receiving sounds, processing information, and acting as a gateway to our inner world. The thought of a spider investigating this tunnel is uniquely unsettling. It's the combination of the darkness, the confined space, and the vulnerability of our senses that makes it so disturbing. It's the stuff of urban legends and panicked late-night web searches. A quick search online will reveal countless stories and forum threads dedicated to this very fear. But what really happens if a spider decides your head is its next destination? What are the actual consequences of such an encounter? The intimacy of the act is what makes it so horrifying. The idea of a creature so close, so personal, is deeply unsettling. Unlike a bug on your arm, this is a secret invasion. There's no warning, no opportunity to react, just a silent and unseen intrusion. The spider isn't malicious, it's just looking for a quiet, dark place to hide. It's not intentionally trying to cause harm, it's simply following its instincts. Your ear might seem like a perfect temporary hideout, a sheltered space away from the elements, a place to rest and regroup before continuing its journey. It has no idea it stumbled into the headquarters of a highly anxious mammal, a creature prone to overthinking, prone to imagining the worst-case scenario, and now completely freaked out by the mere possibility of its presence. Before we venture deeper, let's get one thing straight. This channel explores the weird, the unusual, and the often unexplained aspects of our world. The wonderful, the awe-inspiring beauty that can be found in the most unexpected places, and the squirm-inducing side of science. The topics that make you uncomfortable, the facts that challenge your perceptions, and the creatures that make your skin crawl. We dive into the questions you might be too afraid to ask. We explore the mysteries that keep you up at night, and we uncover the truths that lie hidden beneath the surface. If you're curious, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss our next bizarre adventure. Join our community of curious minds and explore the wonders and weirdness of the world around us. Now let's get back to our eight-legged tenant and the trouble it's about to cause. The stage is set, the players are in place, and the drama is about to unfold. Ready? Let's go. Imagine this. You're drifting off to sleep, and a tiny tickling sensation starts in your ear. Beat. Why would a spider, of all creatures, choose your ear as its temporary destination? What is it about that dark, waxy cavern that attracts an eight-legged explorer? To understand this bizarre encounter, you have to think like a lost arachnid, a creature driven by instinct and seeking shelter in a world that often seems too big and too bright. Spiders love structure and shadow. They are creatures of the undergrowth, thriving where light struggles to reach. They are not fans of open spaces. A vast exposed area is a dangerous place for a small spider, leaving it vulnerable to predators and the harsh elements. They thrive in cracks, those narrow fissures in walls and pavements that offer a haven from the outside world. They also love hiding under leaves, where the decaying matter provides both food and camouflage. And of course, they are drawn to forgotten corners, those dusty, undisturbed areas where they can spin their webs in peace. Their world is all about vibrations. They sense their surroundings through the subtle tremors in their webs, detecting the approach of prey or the presence of danger. They are also acutely aware of air currents, using them to navigate and to disperse their silk for web building. So, when a spider scurries across your bed in the dead of night, seemingly without a care in the world, it's not admiring your sheets, it's not judging your thread count or your questionable taste in patterns, it's simply searching for safety, a temporary refuge from the perceived threats of your bedroom, and that's where your ear canal comes in. It checks all the boxes, dark, narrow, warm, and enclosed. It's a perfect spot to hide from predators, a miniature cave offering protection from the harsh realities of the world outside. But this is almost always an accident, a case of mistaken identity on the spider's part. Spiders don't plan elaborate invasions of human ears. They don't gather their brethren and strategize a coordinated assault. They just roam, driven by instinct and the search for sustenance, and sometimes, through a series of unfortunate events, they end up in the wrong place. The spider has no concept of personal boundaries. It doesn't understand the social conventions that dictate what is and isn't acceptable. To it, your ear is just a hole, a promising-looking crevice that might offer shelter or a potential meal. It's not looking for a fight or a place to start a family. It's not planning to build a web and raise a brood of spiderlings in your inner ear. It's just seeking a momentary refuge, a brief respite from the dangers of the outside world. Unfortunately, its choice happens to be one of the most sensitive spots on the human body, a highly innervated area designed to detect the slightest sounds and movements. The spider is just looking for a motel room, a place to crash for the night before moving on. It doesn't realize it's checked into the Overlook Hotel, a place where things are likely to go horribly wrong. For both you and the spider, it's a case of bad luck, a collision of two very different worlds with very different agendas. But what happens next when a spider finds itself trapped in the labyrinthine depths of your ear canal is where things get truly interesting and potentially quite unpleasant. Let's say the unthinkable happens. A spider enters your ear canal. You probably wouldn't sleep through it. The skin in your ear is sensitive. 8 tiny legs would feel like a tickle or crawling sensation jolting you awake. Inside, every movement is amplified. Scratching, rustling, popping noises echo in your head. You might feel fullness or pressure, like water trapped in your ear. If you panic and poke at it, the spider might move more, causing dizziness or vertigo. Sometimes, a foreign body in the ear can even trigger a cough or throat tickle. The biggest risk isn't the spider, it's what you might do trying to get it out. The eardrum is fragile, but spiders usually avoid it. The real danger comes from your own attempts at removal. So, you've discovered a spider in your ear. What now? Your first instinct might be to grab a cotton swab or tweezers. Don't. Poking around can injure your ear, push the spider deeper, or even rupture your eardrum. The spider, feeling attacked, might bite in self-defense. The right move? Seek medical attention immediately. At the clinic, a doctor will look inside your ear with an otoscope. Once confirmed, the eviction begins. The most common method is irrigation, flushing the ear with warm, sterile water to wash the spider out. Sometimes, a few drops of mineral or olive oil are used to suffocate the spider first, making removal easier. Specialized tools like tiny forceps or suction devices may be used if needed. The procedure is quick, relatively painless, and brings immense relief. The doctor will check for damage and may prescribe antibiotic drops if necessary. Soon you're sent home, spider-free, with a wild story to tell. The key, don't try to DIY this at home. Let the professionals handle it. Let's take a closer look. Let's examine the environment, the specific conditions that any tiny intruder like our hypothetical spider would encounter upon entering your ear. This is the environment the spider has inadvertently stumbled into. It's a world of unexpected challenges for such a small creature. The ear canal isn't a straight, simple tunnel. It's far more complex than that. It's curved, taking a winding path inward. This curvature alone presents an immediate obstacle. And the canal is lined with tiny hairs and a generous coating of earwax. Earwax, scientifically known as keramin, is a brilliant and multifaceted defense mechanism. First, it repels water, preventing moisture buildup. Second, it's slightly acidic, creating an environment hostile to bacteria and fungi. And perhaps most importantly for our spider, it's incredibly sticky. Its primary job is to trap dust particles, any small debris, and any wandering insects that might venture too far. This keeps them safely away from the delicate eardrum. The fine hairs and the sticky wax work in perfect harmony, slowly but surely moving any trapped material outward, back towards the opening. So for a spider, Your ear is far from being a cozy cave or a welcoming habitat. It's much more akin to a sticky, treacherous trap designed to capture and expel unwanted guests. The wax quickly gums up its delicate legs, hindering its movement. The hairs are like a dense, impenetrable forest, further impeding its progress. And to top it all off, there's absolutely no food source and no clear path to escape. The eardrum itself is a solid, impenetrable barrier. There's absolutely no way for a spider or any other insect to reach your brain. So rest assured, stories of insects burrowing into brains are nothing more than pure fiction and urban legends. The spider is essentially stuck in the lobby of a very strange hotel, with absolutely no access to the penthouse suite. It's a dead end, a biological misdirection, and certainly not a dream home for any arachnid. The spider, likely disoriented and uncomfortable, wants out of your ear just as much as you want it gone. So remember, your body's anatomy is working on your side, providing a robust defense against such tiny invaders. Now for the ultimate urban legend, could a spider lay eggs in your ear? The answer is a resounding no. Spiders are picky about where they lay eggs, needing the right temperature, humidity, and safety. Your ear canal fails every test. It's unstable, noisy, and constantly changing. Medical records show no credible cases of spider eggs hatching in human ears. The story is pure myth, playing on our fears of invasion. A female spider wouldn't choose your ear as a nursery. Doctors have found many things in ears, but never a viable spider egg sac. So, while a single spider might wander in, you won't have to worry about a family moving in. Rest easy, this nightmare is just a story. What if the spider bites you? Most house spiders are not aggressive and only bite as a last resort. If you stay calm and avoid poking your ear, a bite is unlikely. Even if it happens, most spider venom is harmless to humans. Only a tiny fraction of spiders have medically significant venom, and they rarely end up in your bed. A bite might cause pain, swelling, or itching, but serious effects are rare. The doctor can manage any symptoms and identify the spider. The psychological trauma is usually far worse than the physical effects. In most cases, you'll just have a story and maybe a small, itchy bump. The real danger is fear, not venom. The spider is gone, but the memory lingers. Many people experience phantom tickles or itches, formication, after such an event. Sleep might become difficult, and you may obsessively check your bed. Every speck of lint looks suspicious. This reaction is normal. Your brain is trying to protect you. Overcoming the anxiety takes time. Ground yourself in the facts. This is incredibly rare, and your body is designed to prevent it. Understanding the science can help reclaim your sense of security. The spider was an accidental tourist, not a monster. Practical steps, like keeping your bed area clean, can help. Some find comfort in rituals, like using essential oils, even if just for peace of mind. Eventually, the fear fades, and you're left with an unbelievable story. You will sleep soundly again. The idea of a spider in your ear is nightmare fuel, but science shrinks the monster. This is a rare, bizarre accident, more unsettling than dangerous. Your body and modern medicine can handle it. Spiders are not our enemies. They're vital pest controllers. Most want nothing to do with us and would rather avoid humans entirely. Their accidental visit is as terrifying for them as it is for us. You're more likely to get water in your ear or be struck by lightning than host a spider. The myth of spiders laying eggs in our bodies is just that, a myth. And here's a fun fact. Some spiders can fly by ballooning on silk threads traveling for miles. So next time you see a spider, remember, it's just a tiny aeronaut, not a villain.